Okay, you need to hit pause on this video right now and take about 2 minutes and do this warm-up. Okay, when you finish these two warm-up problems at the top of the notes, hit play again and check your answers. Let me walk you through the first one real quick. Just a reminder that this one is subtraction. And so you can see I drew the connections. And when you subtract each one of those, you should get the color coordinated answer. On the blue one, make sure that you recognize that's -1 minus -4, which gives you plus a +4, and your answer is 3. On the second one, you can see that I went ahead and did the parentheses that are contained right here, doing the addition part of it, and that gives me that first 5, 3, 7, -8, -12, 7 answer, and then I have to distribute that -5 or do the scalar multiplication on that part of it. Okay, so this was your answers to your homework, which you should have turned in. And then like we talked about, we're going to do multiplication matrices. Now, I gave you guys an introduction on the computer, in class about how to input matrices in your computer, in your calculator, my bad. But before you can do that, let's talk about a little side note. We talked about how a matrix is identified. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the size of the matrix is determined by rows, which is this way. So 2 by columns this way, horizontal by vertical. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. What this is saying is that in order for matrix multiplication to take place, the inner numbers have to be the same. What the heck is an inner number? Well, if I have another matrix sitting next to this that it says I'm supposed to multiply, then that means that this matrix has to have a 3 row to match the 3 columns on the other one, the inside one. So this one would have to be like 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going with nice numbers, 11, 12. So this one is a 3 by 2. What you have to do is you have to match these two. These two guys right here have to be the same. If they are different, then you cannot do the matrix multiplication. Knowing that those two really are the same here on the inside, that I have 3's on both of them, tells me that my result is going to be 2 by 2. Okay? If that does not work, like if you look at them, recognize that they're not the exact same size. That's not how multiplication works. Okay? And your calculator is going to yell at you if you try that. So looking at these, it shows you different sizes of these matrices. And it says, here's matrix A, and it's a 2 by 5, and here's matrix B. And the order is very important. This is telling you to multiply A times B. So A would be the first one. If I look at A says that it's 2 by 5, and I'll only write this down for the first one. And then I'm multiplying that by B, which is a 5 by 1. So these inside numbers right here are the same. So is it possible? It absolutely is possible. Okay, so that one's a yes. If I look at the next one, M times N, then I'm going to look at the second one from M and the first one from N, as in Nancy. Are those two the same? Yes, they are. But on this third one, it switches the order, and it says, can you do B times A? Now, if we flip-flop what we did first, B is 5 by 1. And you're asking if you can multiply it by, oops, let's take that off. Change problems on me. So B is actually 3 by 2. And A is also 3 by 2. These guys inside, not the same, so this one's a no. It's for sure an N. Okay. Likewise, on this last one here, it says, is N times N possible? So here's N times M, and if those two aren't the same number, then this is also a no. Okay, so that's the first thing. don't waste your time putting these into a calculator if you can't do them in the first place. So what we just did right here is the first thing that you should check. Write down the dimensions, see if it's even possible. Okay? The product of two matrices is found by multiplying the columns and rows. It's kind of tricky. It's a weird thing where you have to like multiply this by this, and you don't want to have to deal with that, which is why we're showing you how to do it on the calculator. Okay? You're going to put the first one in as matrix A, and the second one in as matrix B. But before we do that, let's look at the size. This one is a 3 by 2 matrix. Matrix B is a 2 by 2 matrix. So we need to check whether this is doable or not. It is for sure doable, and so your answer would end up being a 3 by 2 matrix. Okay? So we're going to do this not by hand. This is a big fat no, and we are going to do this on the calculator. Okay, so everybody turn your calculator on. Maybe mine's hidden or not. Let's find this sucker. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Or not. Let's go back to this. All right, so we have maybe some craziness going on here. Ah, bonus. Okay, so we know that we can do it. So basically we're going to turn our calculator on. Okay, and if you remember from yesterday, and you clear out any of the old stuff, you're going to go to the second matrix button. And we have to put, the first one's always your A matrix and the second one's always your B. So you move over 2 places to edit and you hit enter. And we said over here that this is a 3 by 2 matrix. So we're going to change that to 3, enter, 2, enter, so that it creates a 3 by 2. And then put in your entries, -4, 3, 2, -2, and make sure you hit enter after every one. 1, 7, so that it advances you to the next spot. And you have to hit enter to lock them in. And then you push second matrix again, go over to edit, and this time go down 1 to the second one, which is B, and we're going to make that over here a 2 by 2. So hit 2 by 2, enter, and then 5, -2, -1, and 3. And now you have to second quit, which is this mode button, to get to your regular home screen. So now to do the actual math, you're going to hit second matrix, and you're just going to hit number 1, which grabs A, and you're going to do times second matrix, and then number 2, which hits the B button. So this is all on your home screen. If you hit enter, the calculator will do the math for you, and then you just need, whoops, to write down what the answer was. -2317. So my answer is -2317. 12, -10, 12, maybe, -10, -2, and 19, I believe. Let's double check. -2 and 19. So that's your answer to multiplication. And that's my son coming in with his really loud video. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to go in, we're going to do these 3 together. So first thing we're going to do, like I said, let me set the calculator down. So first thing we want to do is see if we can even do this. So this would be our A, and this would be our B. And A is a 2 by 3, and B is a 3 by 2. So these two match. So my answer would be a 2 by 3. So yes, we can do this one. So once you determine you can do it, go to your calculator, turn it on, hit second matrix, go over to edit, and we're going to just keep using A and B. So this is a 2 by 3, 2, enter, 3, enter, put in your numbers, always kind of double check that the shape of it matches, or the dimension of it matches what you have on your paper. 6, 5, 1. And then hit second matrix and go over again. And this time go down to 2 for B. And you're going to edit this one so that's a 3 by 2. And you're going to have 4, and it always goes across. 4, 1, 5, -6, 5, and 1. And then second quit. I'm going to show you a little trick. Since the last one we did was A times B, and we changed the numbers that were in A times B, if I hit second enter, it repeats the problem, which saves me from having to go second matrix A, second matrix B. So it knows, the calculator is smart enough to know that you changed what's in A and B. So when I hit second enter, it repeats it, but knows the stuff has changed, and it gives me the new answer. So -39, -1, 54, -23. -39, -1, 54, and -23. I think. Yep. Okay. So if we look at this one, this is a 2 by 2. This one is also a 2 by 2. Don't make the mistake thinking when they're the exact same size, that you can do them automatically just by multiplying the numbers together that are in their like spots. So those two match, cancel the insides. Your answer should be a 2 by 2 answer. Okay, so again, the first one's going to be A, second one's going to be B. So second matrix edit. This time it's going to be a 2 by 2. You get -2, 3, -5, +1. Second matrix again, this time edit B. So go down, change that one also to a 2 by 2. And you get 4, -3, 0, and -4. And then second quit back to your home screen. And again, just repeat second, enter, since you already did A times B. If you don't do that, then you have to do this. Second matrix, you hit A times second matrix B, which is 2. And it's just a hassle to do that every time. -8, -6, -20, and 11. -8, -6. I think my signs are wrong, but I think it was 20 and 11, some way, shape, or form. -20. Okay. Last one on this page. So I have a 2 by 1 matrix. And because remember, it goes horizontals by verticals. And this one is a 3 by 1 matrix. These two do not match each other. So this one has no solution. If you were to do this in your calculator, it would give you an error message, and it would say dimension mismatch. And it would tell you, like, you can't do it. That's how it tells you. Okay? So you can stop the video, work on the homework that's on the back side of the notes, and then you shouldn't have anything to take home with you tonight.